Hi guys, how's it going? Today I want to share with you a really beautiful story that inspired me to share again about grief, but in a totally different way. So here it goes. First of all, thank you everyone who has written to me, who has shared their grief also and their story, and it's been so beautifully inspirational for me and my entire family to read those comments. So thank you for that. That was so meaningful. So I'm sending you love because you guys sent it to me and I felt it that day. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's begin. Some of you heard this story. I was talking about it to my friends, but I want to share it publicly because it's that good. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what happened after I spoke Saturday night about my brother's story, about the memory, the grief I experienced. Let's fast forward. Sunday night, I became friends. Friend requested me, and we started a conversation, this young woman. And I said, I'm glad we're friends. Yeah, I look forward to sharing more stuff with you. And she asks me, she starts her question with, forgive me for asking, but where's your brother buried? And I was a little bit like taken aback by it. People don't usually ask that question. They're usually not asking that. So I told her where. And then she asked me again, was he buried on this day? And I'm like, no, almost, no. And then she says to me, but where was he buried? Was he buried in like the middle of the cemetery? Was he buried at the end of the cemetery? And I say, I honestly don't remember because I'm not so spatially gifted. So I told her, I think it's in the middle. And then I was kind of getting like annoyed. So I said, I think you have the wrong person. And she says, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. I just, honestly, I thought your brother was buried next to my daughter. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, this is the person, yes. Because right next to my brother is this beautiful little girl. And I had never met the family, and she was buried like a few months after my brother, within the year. And it's like this beautiful, lively little girl in the picture of the tombstone. And I'm getting chills because there's a real story here. And I tell her, oh my God, yes, you're the mom? And she says, yes, I am the mom. I said, I don't remember her name. She's so beautiful. What's her name? And she tells me the name. I said, yes, that's her name. Yes, I remember that. I saw that today. And then I say, I was thinking of you. And she says, really? I said, I was praying for you today. And then I just got so emotional because like I had been praying for her when I went to the cemetery that morning to visit my brother. And I had never really been close to this, to pray for anyone else except my brother. But in that day, my father was cleaning some of the old leaves and flowers, and he asked me to come and help this little girl's gravesite, or whatever you want to call it. So I come into the picture. I had some tissues in my pocket, and I start wiping her tombstone. And as I'm bending there wiping, I start having like this little private conversation with this girl. And I say, like, this felt very close to her, and I say, you're so beautiful. I could just imagine as a mom, like, how devastated your mom is. And it just got this feeling over me, like this real intense empathy that, like, God, she's walking around somewhere in this world with this hole in her heart, and how painful that must be. And I said, please give your mother strength. Please give her strength. And amazingly, this happened. She found me somehow, and I found her. It's divine intervention. And let me explain to you like the mechanics of how she found me. I had not posted my video anywhere because I was really shy. I usually post to like shout out to the world my message of inspiration, but this one felt like a little more private. I didn't share it with people, and if people wanted to share it, whatever, let them, but I didn't feel comfortable sharing it. After the cemetery, I came home and I just, something propelled me to post it on one of the groups, you know, Queen's Mama, I think it was. Yeah. And so I asked her, how did you find me? She says, you know, it was on my news feed. And guys, we all know the news feeds, not everyone sees everything in those algorithms, right? But she saw my feed, she saw my video, and she's just clicked on it. And you know, she told me, she said, I had a feeling that it was you, that was your brother, because I have been visiting my daughter's cemetery for years, and just had that feeling that it was you. And I said, oh my God, that's unbelievable, because my mom always talks about you, and she always prays for you, and the fact that you're, you know, lost a baby at such a young age, and the fact that they're both so young next to each other in the cemetery, which just looks so random, but they're very young, both of them. My brother was before his time, and this girl was really before her time. She was 9. And I said to her, I think your daughter wanted us to meet because I had a little conversation with her, and I think she wants me to share that with you. And I don't know, I just started telling her, and like I got this feeling over me. I just started crying in this, we're exchanging texts, by the way. So I tell her, your daughter wants you to know that she's okay. She wants you to have strength, because that was what my prayer was for you. And look, my prayer is coming out to you. It must be true. And she said, oh my God, I can't stop crying. I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. And I was overwhelmed too, because I thought, this is so powerful that somebody from another wavelength, you know, we're all spirits on different wavelengths, but she's there, we're here. She found a way to communicate with her mom, and her mom got that, you know, she understood that. I was just so grateful to be a part of that message. And it taught me something. We are so connected, and if we're open to that connection, it comes to us. We have to be welcoming it. I think the fact that I was open this year, I know, all the love, thank you for all the hearts. How amazing. The next day we were both on cloud 9, because we were both so connected that, you know, even though they're not with us, they're with us. Is that amazing? They're not with us, but they are with us. And she made that clear to her mom. Mom, I'm okay. Even though you weren't there to wipe the leaves away, somebody did that. And even though, I mean, I'm sure she's there all the time, but I'm saying in that moment, she's telling her mom, I'm okay. And I want you to be okay. I want you to have strength. And I said to this mom, I hope we stay friends, because I'm going to be your friend for life. You know, you're not going to get rid of me so easy. because I'm so grateful that we could have been connected in any way, any which way. I mean, it could have just happened one day I meet her, but it happened this way, and that's what makes it so divine and unique. So we were sharing this, I was sharing it with my mom. Thank you, Dorit. I was sharing it with my mom, and she was also so inspired and so grateful for that. You know, it was kind of like bringing them back to life in that moment, because we were able to share something original that happened with their names in that conversation. And how many times can we experience that new situation? It's always memories, but this was something that was created, a new memory that happened to bring love from sorrow. You know, it was beautiful. So I wanted to share that with you. And if you're feeling something like they're gone, they're not. They're hearing us. And I think what's more important also is the fact that my story that I was sharing with this mom was my story rather that I was sharing with the world about my brother was about a story of connection, you know, that he's not that far away. And that was the message that I came with to the mom. We're not that far away from each other. I mean, we should never know sorrow anymore. God, please bless us all that we should never know sorrow anymore. And the sorrow that we feel, take it away. Make make it so that we should be all, happy again. I wish. But the reality is, we're not that far away from each other. So, that's my story. And I hope you enjoyed it, because I got chills. And I believe that chills are the soul saying, I validate this. This is true. What you're experiencing is real. This really is the case. That the soul is not that far away. That even though they seem to be far, far away in the world we don't know yet, they're really not that far away. And they can connect to a message and bring it back to the person who needs to hear it. And that message was, have strength. And you know what she texted me the next morning? You gave me so much strength. Thank you. Thank you for that message. And you know what? She gave me strength, because this is a time that is usually filled with a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. But this year, it was filled with a lot of hope and just an immense amount of gratitude to God that there was an opportunity for me to witness a miracle. It was really a miracle. How in the world did she find me? And I mean, it could have happened any which way, but it happened through this message. And just hit my head to post that on the Queen's Mama chat. I had not wanted to post it anywhere, and it just was like, you know what? I'm going to post it. And she said, you know what? I'm just going to look at it. And you know what? It's not coincidence. It was meant to be. She was meant to see that message, and I was meant to give her that message. Powerful. Powerful. Even the tissues in my pocket were not by coincidence, because if I didn't have them, I would not have come up closer to wipe her place. And I did wipe it, and that's when I started having that moment, I don't know what you want to call it, a moment or whatever. So, that's it, guys. And I want to just end off with this. You never know how powerful your message is. You never know. That's why you cannot give up on your power. And I started this page, or group, whatever it is, about knowing your power. I think, honestly, each of us, each of you right now watching this, you have an enormous, enormous amount of power in you. This great spirit inside of you that's able to do enormous change and is meant for that. You're not here just to pay bills. You're not here just to, I don't know, all those mundane things that we're doing all day long. It's not just for that. There's something really divine in our existence. And that is why I wanted to share my message, because this was a moment where I felt I existed, and I just was shining through that from my soul, from my inside out, All right, so there you go, guys. I want to hang up, but I don't want to hang up. I don't know what else I could say. So if you felt my message, I'm glad, because it was meant for you. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you again, I guess, on Sunday or whenever next week. Bye.